glad to have my Dolphins back. Watch them every Sunday because they're really exciting. So just got them.
You got the Panthers to watch.
He said something about exciting.
Absolutely. I'm gonna be a 3-peat champion. I'm gonna have an overall like there's not gonna be any holes.
Diego, snatch the microphone from that guy. You know how bad I just want you to lose so I could come and rub it in, because we only got this one game, so everything is riding on this game for you. So this is pressure packed for you right now.
So, sorry, Shane.
It's already slipping. It's already slipping.
Heavy, man, so heavy.
I'm so pumped and so ready for this game because if I got the Chiefs on an island, I'll take that any day of the week.
Mark my words, the Buffalo Bills are about to implode.
If they lose this one, they definitely. Oh my gosh, it's really, man. If they lose this one, they might just go on and try to trade Diggs now.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark, and y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I'm Derrick Thompson.
And I'm Derrick Thompson.
And I'm Des Clark, the professor.
And who are we?
We're the Pick'em
The
Pros.
Pick'em Pros.
Pick'em Pros coming back at you in the house, man. We got a special episode of Who You Got. Believe this is episode 67. We're picking all the NFL games. This is special because we've got the homie third Pick'em Pro, Desmond Clark, Des, the professor. Wanted to be called the champ. That's debatable. We'll talk about that a little later.
Here we go.
You know, but we're coming at you from the back with this. We're not piping in his video. He is here. We found him. He's with us, and we're just so happy and thankful to have our dear friend Des. Man, what's going on, my man?
Oh man, so first a few things I got to address here. You called me the third leg. I'm more like the front wheel. Because I'm the one that's leading the charge when it comes to this Pick'em Pro thing here. And then, quite frankly, I haven't been that hard to find. I'm like, I'm like the Deion Sanders of Pick'em Pros. Everybody like to hate on me because I'm such a winner, you know what? And then I have a couple bad losses, and then everybody want to jump off the bandwagon or start hating. But I'm going to be here, and it's prime time right now. So I'm looking to make these picks and get back on track.
It is definitely prime time. We agree on that. It is prime time. It's time to get ready. Time to get serious. It's week 11. We'll go into the record. Well, you know what? It's no better time than now. Let's recap week 11, and of course we'll talk about the causes because we all are playing for amazing causes. So we'll dive into that, and then we're gonna, in short order, get into these picks. But you said this. Let's do a quick recap of week 10. We want to be very transparent here. Week 10, I won. That's kind of the recap. I won.
That's the only recap that you need to have.
I have the chain back to back. I'm a back-to-back champion. I'm going for the 3-peat, like many Chicago greats of Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen.
Diego, you don't have to sit. You don't have to sit there and take that, Diego. Like the dude didn't even win a game last week and won. He didn't. You didn't even win your island game, did you?
I had to. Yeah.
Was it the week before you lost your island game and still won? It was one of those weeks that you didn't even win your island game and you still won. And then you like to brag about I lost, but I won by default. I would never, especially how you was all over the internet and all over social media, swinging the chain, and like sometimes if I don't win from my own efforts, if a quarterback got hurt or somebody was missing a key player or something, I don't necessarily feel good about those wins. But I see a win is a win for you, right? I get it.
A win is a win. But I did correctly call the Las Vegas Raiders beating the Jets last week. I correctly called that one. So that was the game that where I snatched the chain. No, I didn't snatch it because I already had it. So that's where I just kept it on my chest, proudly displayed. Was that one particular game, man? Yeah. Yep. Did you watch that whole game, or did you go to bed?
No, I didn't watch the whole game because I didn't like the way the game was trending.
Okay.
So I just stepped out.
Okay.
It wasn't an exciting game to watch, so you didn't miss much.
Yeah. That is true. It was not that exciting. All right. So you guys tied. So you, Des and Diego, you guys tied last week. So our overall record, okay, we will touch on the overall record. Des is 91 and 59. Okay, so it's 91 wins, 59 losses. Okay. I am just one game shy, 90 and 60. Okay, so Des is technically in first place. We want to get technical. I'm in second, one game back. Diego, you are third, just 2 games behind me. You're 88 and 62. So that is the overall rundown here. And after this week, whoo, boy, we all know, man, that it's really going to be. So, Des, thank you for already committing to be with us next week, Thanksgiving week.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be a 3-peat champion. I'm going to have an overall, like, there's not going to be any holes.
Diego, snatch the microphone from that guy.
I'm talking too much.
Right. I'm fired up, man. I got my coffee ready to go. All right. Well, look, let's get into our causes that we're playing for, man. That's what separates this from all the other shows. You got a lot of people picking, betting, doing all that kind of stuff, and a lot of with our name picking pros. A lot of people think we're a sports betting show. But hey, now if you want to take my picks and bet, that maybe it's probably a good thing. But we're here to put money in the community. So Des, man, tell everybody who you playing for.
Yeah. So the United Way of Central Florida. I just did a big event last night. We are doing a bowling tournament. I'm doing a bowling tournament in March to raise $25,000, and I got my own individual campaign to win $25,000. So I'm a start today with you guys and start taking $250 a week from you guys and putting it into the coffers of the United Way of Central Florida, because most people know the United Way and the things that they do for the community. And this year, my slogan is "Be the one for the one." And what that means is, man, we can't. A lot of times we think that, hey, we can't change the world, but we don't have to change the world. We can just help a person change and be the one for the one person. That one person may go on to spark change for 1 million people. So if you can just help that one person out, be the one for the one.
Like that. All right, Diego, who are you playing for, man?
Well, I'm playing for the Winston-Salem Rescue Mission this week.
All right, Winston-Salem Rescue Mission. So now that is a great cause. We bumped into our guy Steven about a month ago on the streets of Winston-Salem. Huge Cowboy fan. And I know we already snagged a few dollars for Winston-Salem Rescue Mission. So then you already have raised $500 for them so far. So that is a great cause on your side. I'm spreading the love because I'm winning so much. I can't just go one place. So man, we've helped Clayton High School football team. We've paid for their music, their DJ on the field. We've put money everywhere, man. I won again last week, so my man Broderick is getting Broderick is his grandmother reached out to us and shared some things with us. So we bought some kicks for my man Broderick. So you guys will see Broderick later when those come in and we give those to him. So congratulations to Broderick. So now this week and for the next probably several weeks, I'm playing for another cause. So Felicia of Duke University, she has established a sponsorship at Winston-Salem State University. She's established a sponsorship in honor of her aunt and mom, the Brenda Gale Whitfield and Mary Folks Scholarship. So my winnings this week will go to that scholarship, that new scholarship in Winston-Salem State University. So
and I just want to say, I hope they got some other funding sources, because if they're depending on you, these kids ain't getting no money to go to school, man. Yeah. And I just feel bad for them already if they only depending on you. I hope they got some other funding sources.
Hey, well, hey, if not, then hey, we may have to borrow some of them books.
I got plenty.
Yeah. All right, so that's who we play for. So let's get on into these picks. We know that y'all want to get this knowledge, so we agree on 8 games. So we're gonna start with the 8 games that we agree on. We'll go through those, and then we'll talk about the 6 that we disagree on, and they are entertaining. one of these games has already taken place because it is Friday, November 17th at time of recording, Friday morning. So the Thursday night game already happened.
Somebody already took a loss.
Somebody did take a loss. So we're going to see who that is.
No names. Say no names.
I wasn't.
But it's the person that's real quiet.
Yeah. So let's start with the games that we agree on before we go into that. First game, we've got the Chicago Bears. Definitely have some familiarity there. Chicago Bears travel to Detroit, which, we got the Detroit family here, so you're going to be seeing, but you're going to see some of them tonight. Oh, man, you got have some issues there. All right, so Chicago Bears are playing the Detroit Lions. Detroit is a 7.5-point favorite. Who do we have, Diego?
We all have the Lions this week. They're coming off that big win against the Chargers. They're 7-2. And the Bears are, I think they're the exact opposite. I think they're 2-7. And I think I don't know if this has ever happened, but has anyone ever gone for the first 2 picks in the draft before? Because they have the Panthers pick.
That's a great question.
So they might actually have that.
I don't know.
So
pretty
crazy.
Yeah. I think the Bears actually got 3 wins. I think. I could be wrong. No, because Mr. Bajent, the backup quarterback, he got 2 wins, and they already had one before he came on. So, but I really need them to keep losing right now because we're trying to get that number 1 and number 2. And with that being said, Detroit, I hope y'all win this game. That don't even sound right coming out of my mouth.
Nah, but hey, it is what it is. It's more for the long-term play. So we need it. I mean, the Bears are one of the most, one of the greatest historic franchises around. So when the Bears are good and that fan base is engaged, the whole NFL is better. So hopefully at some point get things turned around. So maybe they'll get those first couple of picks here. So we all have the Detroit Lions continuing their streak in their trek, possibly to the Super Bowl here. As we move on here. All right. So shout out to Detroit. Shout out to Detroit fan. All right. So second game, we've got the Las Vegas Raiders. Ooh, boy, travel to Miami to play the Dolphins. Miami is a 13-point favorite.
Oh, wow.
Who do we have, Diego?
We all have the Dolphins winning this one. I'm glad to have my Dolphins back. Watch them every Sunday because they're really exciting. So, just got them.
You got the Panthers to watch.
He said something about exciting. That's not exciting.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna continue watch the Dolphins game. So we got them.
So Diego, I will say we do have something in common. This year, I didn't buy the NFL package and pay for it because if the Bears was going to be bad, I had to adopt another team just for this year, just so I could watch and get some entertainment. And me being in Florida, I get to watch all the Miami games. So me and you both are enjoying that explosive Miami offense together. And the only people that think that Miami will not win this game is the bad bettors out there in Las Vegas. Other than that, I think 99% of the people got Miami on this one.
Yeah. Coming off a loss too on the bye week. So
that's right.
Fired up.
Yeah, they're gonna have all kind of motion action pre-snap tomorrow, man. Yeah, my man Mostert, he might clock 27 miles an hour this week. So I may have to play him on my fantasy team. Oh, by the way, side note, I'm in 3 fantasy leagues. I'm in first place in all 3 right now. Just side note. I just wanted to mention that because I know some of y'all look at this, some of y'all follow
and we digress.
The trophies they wouldn't let me bring the trophies on the plane. So anyway, all right. So next game, third game out of 8 that we agree on. We have the New York Giants are traveling to DC to play my homie Derek Lucas's Washington Commanders. The Commanders are a 9-point favorite over the Giants this weekend. Who do we have, my man?
We got the Commanders winning this one, and Eric Bieniemy in the offense. Sam Howell is first in the passing yards, and I think he's top 5 in touchdowns too. So he's playing kind of well this year.
Wow.
So and then the Giants are a complete mess. Saquon trade talks, and then they're without they're starting 2 quarterbacks. So it's pretty bad. Commanders.
Yeah, that is bad.
Yeah, they've been playing all year without a starting offensive line also. Yeah, so they've been playing. I meant to say they've been playing like they don't have a starting offensive line. Yeah, I didn't mean to say what I said at the beginning. But I look at Washington and they're so disappointing because they have so many good pieces, and then they just got rid of a couple good pieces, and then they go and win. And then when you think they're going to win, they go and lose. So I'm a little afraid of this game. I did pick Washington, but I'm a little bit afraid because the games that you think, okay, here they come, then they just fall flat. So, but it'd be pretty tough to lose against the New York Giants.
Yeah, it would be with you guys. Got the Washington Commanders to pull this out, and good stat on how did not know that. All right. Well, let's move on to the fourth game out of 8 that we agree on. We have the Dallas Cowboys are traveling to Carolina to play Diego's Panthers. Dallas is a 10.5-point favorite. Dak is totally killing it. CD Lamb is losing his mind. He's on several of my fantasy teams as well. Yeah, man. Who we have in this one, Diego?
Well, we all have the Cowboys winning this one. The no island game. This is gonna be pretty ugly. Pretty ugly for the Panthers here. And then and Cowboys got Thanksgiving coming up, so they're all fired up already, and this is just going to be the start of it.
There's a lot of games that we've already mentioned with pretty big point spreads, and you don't usually see that many games with this big of point spreads, but I guess that's the NFL this year. You got the haves and the have-nots, and Carolina is definitely a have-not.
Yep.
Yes. That is the case right now. Yeah. So we are all speaking Cowboy this week. My co-hosts are joining me in speaking Cowboy this week. All right. So next we have the Tennessee Titans traveling to Jacksonville to play the Jaguars. This is another pretty big point spread. The Jags are a 7.5-point favorite in this one. Who do we have, Diego?
Oh, we all have the Jags winning this one. They're coming off a bad loss against the Niners, but they're still 6-3. So still a good team. And yeah, I just think they're more talented than the Titans too.
And they have something to prove. I expected them to play better last week. I expected them to give San Francisco a game last week, and they totally just laid down and let San Francisco run all over, through, around, however you want. They just did whatever they wanted to do. So I think Jacksonville, they got something to come back and prove this week, playing against a team that they should dominate.
Yeah. I think they should definitely dominate this one. I'm interested to see how they do truly being at home this week. So we know how well they play.
But they were truly at home last week too, and got
a lot of red in the crowd.
Yeah. So we'll see how they do. Being favored against a team that they should beat. Being at home, how do they handle that? So I'm intrigued by that. But Jags should get this one. All right. So our next one, 6 game out of 8 that we agree on. This is an interesting one. One that I don't know. May have to see if we can check this one out. We have Diego's boy. No, we have Dez's guy, Kyler Murray. He is back. He is studied. He is back. Taking those little tiny steps. Still seems to have his burst when I've seen him scramble. So it looks like he is recovered from that ACL. So hey, he may want to endorse that chest weight, because it seems like that definitely helped, because he did not lose his speed. The Arizona Cardinals traveled to H-Town to play the Texans, where C.J. Stroud is taking the league by storm. The Houston Texans are a 4.5-point favorite. Who do we have, Diego, man? You going with the Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud led Texans? Who you going with, man?
Yeah, we all have the Texans. And C.J. Stroud, which we should have drafted. But, yeah, we have him. I don't think Kyler's little steps are going to be able to match what C.J. Stroud's been doing this year. So, Texans.
Yeah, so you can say C.J. stride over those small steps of Kyler Murray. But, I've totally fallen in love with this guy, C.J. Stroud, man. How he plays the game. I like what he stands for as a person, just a really, really good, polished young man, and already looking like a polished quarterback in the NFL. No one expected for the Houston Texans to come out and do this. 2 reasons. New coach. That coach, DeMeco Ryans, really, really good. new quarterback. That quarterback is really, really good. And it only take a couple pieces to turn a franchise around. And I think they got those couple pieces in place.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Very impressed with CJ. I think a lot of people, including ourselves, definitely underestimated CJ coming in. So, we tend to, those Ohio State quarterbacks throwing the wide open receivers tend to be overrated coming in. So I think he got caught up in that whole stigma. But man, is he proving everybody wrong? So big shout out to CJ.
So what are you trying to say about my quarterback up in Chicago?
Yeah, I think he fits. That's it.
It just felt like you was trying to insinuate something. I just wanted you to go ahead and get it out.
Yeah. Him. Yeah. I forgot about it. Man, you talk about the quarterback that's playing now, or the one that's on the bench. That's
number one, Justin Fields.
Oh, Fields.
There's only one quarterback that played for Chicago that come from Ohio State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was the other guy. I thought it was the guy with the 2 wins. My bad. I'm sorry.
All right, next game. Get out of here.
We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, another one of Dez's teams. We've got the Bucs traveling to San Francisco to play the Niners. This is another pretty large point spread. San Francisco is 11.5-point favorite. So, Diego, you going against the grain here?
No, I'm going to stick with the Niners and probably the points too, because the Niners are back fired up. They got the bye week. They're rested. Everyone's healthy, and they're at home. And Baker's going to have a hard time with that defense, Chase Young and Nick Bosa coming at him. So, yeah, Niners all the way.
So the Niners are still my Super Bowl team this year, my team to win it all. But I believe that the Bucs are a better team than what they showed over the last 5 weeks. I look for the Bucs to cover that spread, make it a close game, but they won't win the game. San Francisco will definitely win the game, but by a close margin.
All right. Yeah, all agree. 49ers win this one. They're back. I think they really needed that bye week, start to get healthy. They play such a physical style. They are probably the most talented team in the NFC. I think the only thing that would prevent them from going to the Super Bowl would be injury, just from playing such a tough style. So if they can make it through healthy, they may get there. But yeah, we all have the Niners winning this one. All right. So we've got one last game that we agree on before we get to the chain games, the games that will decide where the chain goes. We have one last one. Now, this is a closer one as far as point spread. We've got the Seattle Seahawks traveling to the LA to play the Rams in SoFi. Seattle is a 1-point favorite in this one. 1-point favorite. So they are playing Uncle Ron's Rams. So who do we have in this one, man?
We all have the Seahawks in this one. Even though I do expect this to be a close game because Matthew Stafford's going to be back. He might be back. I don't know. And he's got some receivers, Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua to throw the ball to. And and Seattle's still a good team. So we all got Seattle.
Yeah. The Rams always play Seattle tough. I think over the last 4 or 5 years, they can say that they had the upper hand against the Rams. But I think we can all agree that Seattle is the better team right now. I love what the quarterback is doing out there. You don't get to see Seattle that often. I only get to see the highlights every now and again. But I like that team. And the Rams have been just a below average team over the last couple of years, and they'll continue that trend.
Yeah, I agree. And then that lack of a home field advantage there with all the visiting crowd there, I think it definitely hurts them.
Yeah.
Right now in Seattle reps, their fans go pretty hard. That's West Coast.
Well, man.
So yeah, so I think you're gonna see a lot of neon green in the crowd there at SoFi for that one. All right, so those are the 8 games that we agree on. Now, oh man, it's time to get to the fun ones, the 6 that we disagree on. So we're going to start. I am on the island for 1 game. We'll start with that one. Des on the island for 2. Diego, you're on the island for 3 games. You're really out on the limb this week. All right. So let's start with mine. So we have the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Cleveland for a tough divisional matchup with the Browns. Cleveland is a 1-point favorite in this one per ESPN. But me being the gambler that I am going with the upset here. I'm going with them where we all have to pick these 2 upsets a week. So that's a new rule that Des instituted here. But I am going with the Pittsburgh Steelers to beat the Browns in a tough divisional matchup. And one thing that's in my favor, Deshaun Watson happens to be out for the season. So I think that gives the Steelers the edge in this one and allows them to take this divisional matchup and will put them at the top of the division, which who thought that the Steelers would be at the top? Well, they'd be tied with the Ravens. Yeah, they would both be tied there. So I'm going with the Steelers.
Yeah, that's a good pick because I started to go back on mine once I learned that Deshaun Watson was down. But I was like, no, I'm gonna hold true. I think that defense of Cleveland is a dominant defense. And I think they can control that Pittsburgh offense. Hey, Pittsburgh has been outgained every game this year. 9 straight games, they've been outgained on the opposing offense has outgained their offense. That trend, I don't know if it will continue because of Cleveland not having Deshaun Watson, but that defense will shut, I believe, Pittsburgh down. This is going to be like a low-scoring game. If it's 13-12, I wouldn't be surprised. But, continue to give me the team that you don't have because, one, I just want – oh, man. You know how bad I just want you to lose so I could come and rub it in because we only got this 1 game. So everything is riding on this game for you. So this is pressure packed for you right now. So I just can already envision me laying on the couch on Sunday and y'all getting that video of me laying on the couch talking about, man, you're 0-1, you're done.
Nah, well, even that way, man. I mean, I'm looking at some of y'all's picks. I could actually lose this one and still have this shame. I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good this week. This is the most confident I've been in any week that we've ever had in Pick Pro history. That's how I'm feeling, man. What's your take on this one?
Well, I don't agree with it because you can argue that the Browns have been better with PJ Walker as a starter than with Deshaun Watson. They beat the Niners and they won some other games with him. Okay. So they won the game in Indy without Deshaun. So they can still win without Deshaun. So
all right.
That's what I'm saying.
And I was thinking the same thing, Diego, but I think they're going to start the rookie. I don't think they're starting PJ.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Know that.
Interesting. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Please start that rookie. Yeah, man. That's gonna be beautiful for me.
I'm not putting my faith in Kenny Pickett either.
I love it.
None whatsoever.
Man. All right. So, man, sorry, change.
Dropping your
it's already slipping. It's already slipping.
Heavy, man, so heavy. All right. Well, let's go. Oh, man, this thing's been here. All right. So let's go to the Dez's games. Let's go. Dez has 2 island games. Oh, man. Oh, man. I can't wait to talk about this first one. Oh, boy. We have the LA Chargers travel to Green Bay to play the Packers.
I know you couldn't hardly wait for this one.
The Chargers are a 3-point favorite.
Oh, wow.
And Dez seems to be on the island with the team that he has hated. So, Dez, who are you picking for the LA Chargers at the Green Bay Packers?
First of all, let's get one thing understood. I still hate them. I hate them with a passion. But, we had to pick a couple underdogs, right? Mm-hmm. And out of all the teams that's an underdog, I think they have one of the best chances to win. And if they win, I'm not going to take much joy out of it because I want to see them lose every game. But if they win and help me beat you, then I could take some joy out of it, a little bit of joy.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna Jordan Love it. But
Okay.
I think that the Green Bay Packers, out of all the underdogs out there, they have the better chance to win. It's one of those games. It's one of those teams that they're playing against. If they come in up, they're gonna lose. If Chargers come in on a just flying high, they're gonna lose. But then the Chargers as a team, they could be flying high or they could come in flat. You never know what team you're gonna get with the Chargers. And I'm just hoping that the Chargers are going to come in. It's starting to get cold up in Green Bay. Also, I hope that temperature go ahead and drop, and I hope that the Chargers come out flat.
That is a good point with the weather. So yeah. If it's cold, that could definitely impact them. But yeah, man, who you got, Diego?
Yo, I think the Chargers are going to start realizing they have to get some wins because week 11 they got to get fired up and win some games to get in the playoffs because the AFC is really tough this year. Mm-hmm. So they got to realize they got to win some games.
Okay. Yeah. Chargers, they do have to put the games together. I think they'll play one of their better games. Weather could be a factor, so definitely have to check that. But yeah, this is an island game, y'all. So mark this moment. Island game. Dez is picking the Green Bay Packers. So we'll see what happens there, and if they can, if the Packers can get this win for Dez, so we can try to get the chain back there with him. All right. So the next game that Dez is on the island for, Mouse really scratching my head on this one. I said, oh my goodness. The New York Jets travel to Buffalo, who's coming off of a bad loss. Buffalo is a 7-point favorite at home. Who you taking, Dez?
Mark my words. The Buffalo Bills are about to implode.
Ooh.
They're about to implode. Are they a better team than the New York Jets? Yeah. Are they a better team than the Denver Broncos? Absolutely. But you see what happened to them with the Denver Broncos. They fired their offensive coordinator. The offense isn't bad. You fire the offensive coordinator, so what's really going on up there? And then you got all this turmoil. I mean, when you have the receiver's brother saying all of this stuff, that ain't hearsay. The man talked to his brother, and instead of him saying it, he's just having his brother say it. So I think there's a lot going on up in Buffalo that is getting ready to cause a big crack in that team. I think they're getting ready to implode. So that is the main reason why I chose the New York Jets. But also, the New York Jets play really good defense, and if the quarterback can just play competent, which he has lately, I think they will have a chance to win this game because the Buffalo Bills, they're going to give the Jets the ball 3 or 4 times on turnovers, and that's where they're going to win this game at.
Okay, all right. What you think, Diego?
I just don't think the Jets have the offense to beat a team like this because their offense has just been so bad against whoever they play against. So it's just going to be really hard. And then the Bills, they got to win to just kind of shut some people up just a little bit. Just play hard this one game to try and cut all that off for just a little bit. So
yeah, I agree with you, Diego. I think this is although I think the Bills are in trouble. They're definitely in turmoil. They may not make the playoffs, and they have a very tough schedule coming up. So I think this is the one that my goodness, if they lose this one, they definitely. Oh my gosh, it's really, man. If they lose this one, they might just go on and try to trade Diggs now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that'll be very interesting. But yeah, I just think they're at home. They're going to be so desperate. Again, that could work against them because they are desperate. But I think the Bills pulled this one out, and then from there they tank the rest of the season. But it will be must watch TV. So I'm excited to see this one. All right. So we've got 3 games left, games that Diego is on the island for. One of them has actually already taken place.
Yep.
Do you need to cover that one, or are we just going to go with the last 2?
I think we could go with the last 2 because, I mean, yeah.
Now, but first of all, everybody needs to know that you're already down going into the weekend.
It's not really going to impact the outcome of the week, so still going to win.
Yeah, I think we should still cover it. I think it's on.
Yeah, I think we should.
Really, they want to see that. So the Cincinnati Bengals did travel to Baltimore to play the Ravens last night. And I think we all know the Ravens won.
Okay, but this doesn't really count, I guess. Well, it
doesn't count. What you mean?
It does count, but it doesn't count to me personally because Joe Burrow got hurt mid-game. So like, and the other guy, he was okay. He tried his best, but he wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't no match for the Baltimore defense.
Okay. So Derrick, I gotta stop this. I know you're not raising your son to honor participation awards. He just said, "Dude, try his best." Did they win or did they lose?
Yeah, so he tried his best, but it was no match for the Baltimore and their stuff. So I mean,
he tried his best.
I picked the Bengals because of Joe Burrow. Like I didn't pick him because of the backup. That was my point. So, I mean,
but he tried his best.
Yeah, he tried his best, but it wasn't a part. It wasn't supposed to be in there. It's supposed to be Burrow.
Supposed to be Burrow.
Yeah. Next time you try your best and lose, guess what? You got to try your best better.
So with that game, Diego, you did have the Bengals. Des and I had the Ravens. And I think we all know if there's any analysis. You thought Burrow was going to play. Yeah. Got hurt early in that game, and he was out for the rest of the game. So Ravens took that one.
He has about a week and a half to recover, so he has the little mini bye.
Yeah, so we'll see. And the Ravens, they lost Mark Andrews, and they say he may be gone for the season. So that could be a tough one. So,
but OBJ looked like OBJ of 3, 4, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Let's say 5 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. He looked good. He looked good. So definitely excited to see them getting high on the Ravens this year. So they're continuing took a tough one last week, but they're trending. And I think they had a stat. They're winning going into the fourth quarter of every game this season. So so that was really something. So they're playing well in all their games. All right, so let's hit the other two island games here. So the two that you have a little chance of possibly winning. You've got Minnesota Vikings travel to Denver to play the Broncos. Denver is a 2.5-point favorite against the Vikings. Who do you have in this one, Diego?
I got the Vikings winning this one.
Woo!
On the road. I think it's a little too much prisoner of the moment with the Broncos right now. I think they're a little too hyped to actually think they have a shot, which I think is bad for them. And the Vikings coming. They've won like 5 in a row, I think. They got Josh Dobbs playing out of his mind. He's going to make the Pro Bowl or something. Got Justin Jefferson's coming back to go along with Hawkinson.
My fantasy.
To go along with Hawkinson and Jordan Addison. And so they got some real receivers. And they're going to come in the Broncos and win this one and make the playoffs like I predicted in the preseason.
So I picked this game by taking some change out of my pocket, a quarter, flipping a coin. It just so happened to land on the Broncos. I don't disagree with anything that you said. I don't think the Broncos are a great team. I don't think the Minnesota's a great team. I think this is a evenly matched game, and it could go either way to the Broncos because of the coin, because it landed on tails.
Right. Like that. Did you did that with all your other picks, right? It wasn't just this one.
Well, hey, listen. If I've been doing that for all my other picks, I'm obviously winning in the grand total of all of these pick and pros. I think I've held the chain the most throughout the weeks. We got to count that up too. I think over 11 weeks, I held the chain for 5 weeks, 5 of those weeks.
I don't know that.
I'm sorry, 10 weeks. I either held it or I was tied for 5 of those weeks.
We have to run that through the Houston-based accounting firm of Jerome and Johnson. I'm not quite sure about that.
Run that through there. Run that through there because I'll keep flipping that lucky coin.
Okay. All right. So we've got one more island game. Oh man, this is the Monday Night Football matchup, the Super Bowl rematch. This is must-see TV. We've got the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to the Kansas City Chiefs. This is our last game. Diego was on the island. Kansas City is a 2.5-point favorite. Who you got, Diego?
I got the Chiefs, man. I'm so pumped and so ready for this game because if I got the Chiefs on an island, I'll take that any day of the week. And Patrick Mahomes,
that's what I had last week.
I know he's
go
gonna come in. Yeah, whatever. But I know he's gonna come in clutch for me and me specifically because like last year, no one else had the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. I was the only one that picked it, and even all the people on Fox, everyone picked the Eagles, and I was the only one that picked the Chiefs. So
you did do that. Yeah. You did do that. Yeah, Dez did pick the Eagles last year.
What you just me? Just me?
Yes, Chris Lee from WRAL, the news anchor that joined us, he picked the Eagles too. Yeah,
don't try to escape from this one. You picked it too. Yeah.
And you know what, Diego? I'm picking the Eagles again. Because when I flip that coin, chances are that it ain't gonna land on the same side both times, and I'm gonna lose. But no, like this is one of those games that is must see TV. You want to sit down and watch it. I go to sleep so early, I may struggle to try to stay up and watch this game because this is like one of the premier games. Over the last couple years that's going to be hyped. And these two teams can very well be back in the Super Bowl. It is looking that way right now with both teams. A team, I think, 8-1 and 7-2 or something like that. These teams are primed and ready to go. Philadelphia was a team, and so was Kansas City. Although they were winning games at the beginning of the year, you wasn't too impressed with the way that they were winning. Kansas City offense didn't seem like it was in sync. Same thing with Philadelphia. They were getting the wins, but it wasn't the dominant wins. And now, especially for Philly, over the last couple of weeks, you're starting to see them kind of get into that flow and start to play better. It's a better brand of football. And I think for Philly, it's a better brand of football more so than Kansas City at this point. I think Kansas City, I don't know if they hit that peak. They still got trouble on the offensive side with the receivers catching the ball and getting in sync with the quarterback. So because of those things, am I super, super, super confident in my pick? No, because Kansas City can win this game. But I think Philadelphia is playing better football right now than Kansas City.
Yeah, with you, Dez. I'm taking the Eagles in this one. I think the team that lost in the Super Bowl has the edge in this one. I mean, they can somewhat right the wrong. I mean, of course, they can't, win the Super Bowl in this game, but I think they have way more motivation than the Chiefs do.
You think this will be the Eagles' little mini Super Bowl?
This will be their mini Super Bowl. And man, just that freaking tush push. I mean, that automatic. Yeah, that's unstoppable. So I feel like that play right there is at least worth 3 points. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that gives them such an advantage going into any single game that they have.
And then as soon as you think they're gonna do it, then they hit you with the trick around the end.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. So I think they get now. If they were to rematch in the Super Bowl, that could be a different story. But I think for this particular game, the Eagles just have the emotional edge coming into this game. So I think the Eagles pull this one out. Give me the chain. I'm going for the 3-peat like Jordan.
I think after all of this debate, I could clearly see why I will win the chain back this week. Just replaying everything that I've heard in my head, just talking here. I'm quite sure that everybody else who's watching this, after listening to it, they can probably understand and really rationalize. Yeah, I think Desmond is going to bring back the chain over to the professor's table. So, that's just what I'm hearing after all things were said.
You're gonna see. Hey, let us know in the comments who's gonna win. And hey, we'll see. We're always doing cool things for our subscribers. And shout out to our new show that you will be able to see. It drops Saturday with our super subscriber, Johnny O. He joined us live in studio. Huge Cowboy fan. And we talked about his fandom. That's what the show is called, Fandom, where we have fans on. And he got a new pair of sweet Jordan 11s, navy blue 11s that go with all his Cowboy gear. So That's a fun show. So check that out. Y'all will really enjoy that. All right. Well, hey, Des, man, thanks for your time. It was great to be on here with you. Great to do this with you for the full show. And we'll have Des back again next week. We'll have a special Thanksgiving show. So we'll be with him back-to-back weeks. So
we may have to do it in the kitchens when everybody cooking, and show them. Well, they may not be cooking; they just may be prepping for Thursday or prepping for later on that night. So I see y'all got the kitchen already in the background right there. So we may have to do it from the kitchen.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That'd be cool. That'd be real cool for Thanksgiving. That's real cool. All right, D. Well, let's get on out of here, man. Enjoy the games. Enjoy family and sport. Enjoy sports. Until then, you know how we do. Pick 'em pro.